research scientist here. I started as in fact, I'm one of the few research scientists who started as an intern. So I was a PhD intern in 2013 when the lab was set up. My background is in water resource engineering. I studied at the University of Florida, did my undergraduate and postgraduate work there. At the time, I was focusing on developing a method to develop systems for environmental modeling and control. Most of my work was done in South Africa, my PhD work, and there I was trying to model hydrological systems around the Kruger National Park. That's my PhD background. So when I joined here, I started working on smart water systems, and that's mostly at the time focused on using IoT networks to monitor and model groundwater systems, distribution systems, and then transitioned and started working in the public sector, which was kind of outside my domain. So in fact, I had the pleasure of looking at my employment contract from 6 years ago very recently, and remembered that it said at any one point in time your job description can change. So mine changed significantly. We worked on a program called Ease of Doing Business, which you might be familiar with, and that looks at how you improve government efficiency in terms of its individual services. Primarily, you look at processes, see how you optimize and introduce efficiencies through technology or process optimization. So we've done that work. If you remember, Kenya has significantly improved from this particular ranking. And the amazing services you can now get at the passport control office and other places. That was supposed to be a joke, no one is. But the government services significantly more efficient now through hubs like the Huduma Center and online platforms because of some of the work that we did. Then I went back to the water sector about 2 years ago, and there we're doing a project called Kenya Rapid, and all the associated research. So Northern Kenya is a very water-stressed part of the country, part of the world, and we're part of a program that is trying to address that through both infrastructure, social, and governance development, but also technology. And our role specifically is to build a platform to monitor water extraction systems in that part of the country. So every time a water plant is installed, we put sensors, and our job is to develop a platform that different stakeholders in that system can use. And as you can imagine, there are different types of services you'd expect a system like that. First, obviously, it's its assets. You need to know where the systems are, how much they're producing, what people are consuming, what the demand and supply is at this individual water points. But then more so, to do that, you need to understand what your variability, for example, in groundwater is. Where can we dig? Or if we are prospecting for a new location, what type of data and information can we bring together to answer some of those decisions? So that's what I'm working on right now. Unless any questions.
Who are your partners in government?
In government, Ministry of Water and the county governments. You're talking about the project we're working on currently? Yeah, so Ministry of Water, primarily county government departments. We also have a partnership with the Ministries of ICT, primarily the county governments in Northern Kenya.
Okay. What tools are you using? GIS?
So, GIS is loosely defined. Geographical information systems are many things. So, for the platform, there's a GIS component where you're obviously using spatial data, and for instance, the groundwater modeling, you need spatial data sets to do that for your modeling, and then for the asset management bit also, you need GIS to know where what is.
So what is the stage is the project right now, and I think the county is using some of the platform.
They've been using it for 3 years now.
Which counties in this case?
Northern Kenya, there'll be Garissa, Wajir, Marsabit, Isiolo, Turkana. Yeah. So we're not dealing with Mandera. Mandera is a very difficult county to work in, given all the security concerns. But it's those 5 counties that are covered.
What is the possibility of using the great aquifer that was discovered in Turkana?
So first, let me just qualify what you say by saying that study or that groundwater exploration exercise has not been validated. That's why it went silent. So there was a lot of hula baloo about, we found an aquifer the size of half of Turkana. It can serve Kenya, can even serve Kenya for 70 years. So how do you do that? The question is, if you had a river, for example, you can calculate how much flow there is in that river. You can even look at its seasonal variation. The groundwater is different because it's groundwater, it's under the ground. And the methods to study that would be you'd need to drill observation wells so that you know how deep your aquifer formations are. You'd need to do geological studies where you try and measure things like porosity and estimate what the water depth is. You'd also need to do water quality studies to ascertain that water source has the sufficient quality of water for human consumption. So water stress doesn't come as a result of no water, it just comes as a result of not having water where you need it in the quality that you need it. So we are, for example, a very water stressed city, but there's a dam that sits not very far from here that's full, but it's dirty. So water stress comes from those things. So you need to ascertain the quality. For Turkana, I would only believe a study where all that has been done. So the person who made, this is what I've heard, I don't know whether that's the case.